Okay, let's go. So the Arc 100 race, for those that don't know, it's around Cornwall. It's a point-to-point race, 100 miles, although I have been told by many sources, including those that have done it and looking online, it is actually 103 miles. 3 miles extra may not sound that much, but yeah, believe me, when you're going to be at the end of 100 miles, I think that 3 miles is going to seem like an eternity. But yeah, 103 miles, point to point, around the southwest coast path of Cornwall. So it's around 6 AM now. Just finished loading the car up and we're about to make our way down to Cornwall. So this trip is all about doing a recce of the Arc 100 route. Obviously we're not going to get to see the whole 100 miles during this recce, so we've got to sort of hand pick the bits that we feel are going to be most beneficial to see over this trip. And going off a bit of advice from people I know that have done it and looking online and stuff, along with the course map and the elevation guides, it's looking like the stretch from Land's End through to St Ives is the toughest section of the Arc, so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're about to drive down there now. The plan is to get ourselves to Hayle, and then we are getting in a taxi which we've pre-booked, which is then going to take us down to Land's End. And then from Land's End, we're going to begin our run and we're going to make our way back to the hotel at Hayle. We will be carrying full kit. I'm very much using this as pacing practice and just to get an eye for the route and see what we're up against when we come to this race. The weather doesn't look too bad today, actually. Yeah, I think it may be okay. We'll have to check when we're down there, but it does look like it's going to sort of be, you know, fairly clear. Winds aren't too strong. I'm not sure what sort of rain is predicted. I think it's going to be fairly dry, so I'm not sure what the state of the trails are going to be down there, because it has been a bit wet at times the last few days, so we'll have to wait and see when we get down there exactly what the trail is like. And obviously I will be recording throughout today as well, so you'll see that later in the video. Obviously Cornwall's a beautiful place, and you know, going around the southwest coast path, you know, it's a natural beauty, great views, but you know, it's also very rugged, it's very exposed. And obviously this event is held in January, which is the middle of winter, so you are open to all elements of weather. You just don't know what you're going to get during this preparation. We could get very lucky and it could be dry and the trails could be dry. It could also flip the other way and be absolutely soaking wet and be like a bog out there, slippery, dangerous, treacherous. You know, it could be dry and a clear night, or it could be lashing down with rain and blowing 60, 70 miles an hour winds. You just don't know, and this is the difficulty with this event and prepping for it, because you've just got to be prepared for every condition possible. Living in Weymouth, we're pretty lucky. We've got obviously lovely parts of the southwest coast path going through Dorset. Some really tough sections and some great training routes, as you've seen on some of my previous videos for those that have watched. But for me, if possible, I always like to go and see parts of the course where I'm actually going to be doing the event, because trails are different in Cornwall compared to here in Dorset. So it's just great to go down and just try and get a sighting, just to mentally prepare to know what you're going to be up against on the day. Got about a 3-hour drive ahead of us. So yeah, we're going to get started. Going to head over to pick Mark up now, and then yeah, we'll make our way down. Let's go. So we've just arrived in Hayle, just got parked up outside the hotel. Taxi's picking us up in about half an hour, so we're going to get ourselves ready here, get a taxi from here down to Land's End, where we're going to start the run from. As you can see, it's a really nice day today. It's a little bit chilly, but yeah, the sun's out and it's pretty clear, not very windy at the minute, so I think we might get fairly lucky today. Be interesting to see what the trail's like underfoot, but yeah, we're just going to go and grab a quick coffee, get ourselves sorted, and then yeah, we'll be jumping in the taxi down to Land's End. Honestly, the amount of stuff I've had to bring down here for this. My boot's full of stuff. And I've also got all Mark stuff as well, and that's my stuff as well.
It's him filming.
This is me with the GoPro. So here we are, we're at Land's End. During the actual race itself, this will be, Land's End is one of the main checkpoints, but it's sort of over halfway through the race, so we will have over 50 miles on our legs by the time we get here. Obviously this is meant to be a very tough section of the Arc, so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out there and sort of seeing what it's about. We will look to simulate the kind of pace we'd be looking for at that stage of the race. So yeah, this is going to be really worthwhile prep today, so just going to get our stuff on and we'll hit the trail. As well as doing this Arc 100 as part of a personal challenge to myself, I'm also using it as an opportunity to raise money for the Brave and Determined. For anyone that's seen my post, the Brave and Determined are a charity based close to home, up in Shaftesbury, and they provide life-saving counselling for those who need it most. So it's a really worthy cause, something that's quite close to my heart as someone that's suffered mental health battles throughout their life. So if anybody would like to donate to that cause, obviously I'd really appreciate that. So here we are then, start of the trail, which is set, ready to go. Let's get this show on the road. So just gone like sort of the first mile or so in from Land's End. It's the scenery is just insane, and it's such a nice day. It's been threatening a bit of rain here and there, but generally it's so nice, and the views, as you can see, just incredible. So yeah, it's going to get our heads down, and hopefully the distraction of this scenery is going to make us forget how many miles we're actually moving. So yeah, good start. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the day. So we're about 10k in so far. Yeah, there's been a lot of up and downs, lots of sort of different terrain underfoot, quite rocky. You've got to really sort of keep your focus with each step, and you know, obviously we're fresh right now. What you've got to bear in mind is that on the actual race, by the time we get to this stage, we're going to have been up all night. We're going to have done, you know, 50-60 miles, so you're going to be fatigued, and it's going to be very easy just to switch off. And it's so easy with these paths to switch off just for a second, roll your ankle and you're out. So there's a lot of things to think about with this. You've really just got to try and keep that focus. No matter how tired and fatigued you are, you've got to really sort of keep strong underfoot. That's why I feel like the strength conditioning training is really vital for this kind of race. So far, it's just a beautiful day. Just, you know, scenery is lovely. The sun's out. It's obviously a bit chilly and a bit windy, but it's the end of November. But you know, for a day at the end of November, I mean, we've got it really good today, to be fair. So we're about 10 miles into this run now. The scenery is insane. Got really lucky, to be honest, with the weather. But yeah, it's been interesting. So there's been a lot of up and downs and lots of different technical terrain. You've really got to watch your footing. And I'll tell you what, obviously we're doing this in the day and we're relatively fresh. Okay, now during this point of the race,
itself, I'll probably have done 50-60 miles on my legs already and have been running all through the night. So you're going to be fatigued mentally and physically. And I'll tell you what, it only takes you to lose your concentration for half a second. You can roll and snap your ankle on this trail. I've nearly done it already a few times. You've really got to keep your focus. So it's just mad how something so simple, just like switching off for a second, could actually cost you your race. Yeah, so this section is a bit of a slow section because we had quite a steep climb up to this point, and then it's obviously very slow moving through here because it's kind of boggy, rocky and muddy, so just having to take it easy through here. But the weather's still holding up really nice, and see the views are great. So yeah, just gotta try and not keep our head down too much because we want to enjoy the scenery, but at the same time we gotta push on and try and get as much of this done before it gets too dark. Obviously we are going to be doing a few hours in the dark. We want to get as far into this as possible for the head torch stuff to come out. Going through a real tough section at the minute. We're effectively sort of wading through a bloody river. It's you almost like feel like you're jumping over lily pads. So feet have got a bit wet, and you've really got to watch your footing here. Mate, come on, you need to go move it. Just about safely navigated the horses. The darkness is coming in real quick now, so got the head torches out. I'm on a really sort of technical section, very slippery, so it's really slow on this bit. We're about 18.5 miles in. We're less than 10k from getting to St Ives, so yeah, we've just got to navigate this bit carefully, and on the bits where it's a bit flatter and we're able to push on a bit, we will. But yeah, it's a really difficult section, this. I was warned that, which is why we came down here to do this, but it's very difficult in the sense that there's just, you know, it's very slow. There's a lot of sections you just can't run. It's very technical, so yeah, it's a tough slog for sure. But yeah, we'll get our heads down, keep pushing on, and try and get ourselves to St Ives as soon as we can. Hey, we are just coming into St Ives, so we've made it through that really tough section. It hasn't come without its dramas. I've fell over, I've rolled my ankle a few times, hoping I haven't done too much damage to it, but yeah, look, that Land's End St Ives section is a really tough section. Physically, I feel really good. which is a real positive, but it's really hard to get any speed or any momentum up through there. It's very rocky, very boggy, a lot of up and down. So it's a slow section, and you've really just got to grind your way through it. So I'm pleased we're at that point now, that we've got to the end of that bit, getting into St Ives, and then we've only got about 5k to go until we get back to the hotel. So onwards to the end. Made it to St Ives. Hey, we're back in Hayle. So unfortunately, yesterday's run didn't quite come without consequence. I have woke up this morning with a swollen ankle, and it's a little bit tender, but hopefully nothing long term, just a few days rest. It's a little frustrating because the run itself went great yesterday. I felt so strong physically, strength wise and endurance wise. I feel absolutely brilliant at the minute. That 50k is a very technical, tough trail run, very difficult, a lot of climbing, a lot of scrambling over rocks, boggy sections, really tough underfoot. You've got to be really careful. I even said in one of my videos, didn't I, if you switch off for half a second you can break your ankle, and I nearly did it myself yesterday. It's a very tough section, and I have hurt my ankle slightly, but hopefully nothing a bit of rest won't fix. So I was going to run today, but I'll have to leave it now, rest up and get ready for future big sessions that are to come.
Okay, let's go.